Good evening, everybody, and anybody who's watching this recorded. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to spend some time with us. We've got a great lineup tonight of some speakers. We're going to talk about treats and packets, and oh gosh, they have so much stuff lined up. I'm just going to turn it right over. And our first speaker this evening, Robin, we want to hear about these felt samples. You kind of told us a little bit about it last week when you were talking about your party packets. I want to hear more about these felt samples that you're making and being so resourceful.
Okay, so since we can't pass around our testers, I have been taking my testers and melting them down and making smaller mini testers out of felt. So you can get these 1-inch round felt pieces on Amazon for pretty cheap, or you can use the Scentsy ones if you want. Out of one of the new testers, I can get 15 samples, or 15 of the 1-inch samples. So I could probably get 16, but I dipped the entire thing in.
So instead of having one basket party tester going out to one host, she's got 15 samples going to 15 people. I love this, Robin. And you're mailing these in the mail.
I mail them. So I get these like really cool poly mailers. This is what's this one has snowmen. I'm using the Halloween ones now. But I have a Google form that I ask them beforehand, what scents do you like? I'm not going to send them scents that they don't like, because that's a waste of my time, a waste of their time. So I send them about 12 to 15 of these samples, and they pick from there. So also, I don't know if you guys know this, the newer testers, do you know that this plastic insert, if you get like a screwdriver, it pops out? Did you guys know that?
No.
So like, Scentsy's been sending us these samples in like our whiff boxes, and it's the same plastic. Like,
oh.
So then you have an empty like sample container. So if you have more of these and you want to like gift your hostess their favorite scent, you could just pop it out. You could keep it in there too, but and then it just pops right out.
Ready to melt. I love it.
So yeah, I mail all of these wax felt samples to all of my customers, along with everything else, like the catalog, the monthly specials, the scratch and sniff stickers.
What a great way to reinvent the basket party and just do it through the mail and get it to the people. And you can even drop them locally, but the felt makes them so easy to get them in the mail. Kimberly, I know you have also been having some follow-up success to last week. We were talking about Facebook parties, but you were telling us a little bit more about how you're using these for these LTOs, and we seem to be seeing a lot of these lately. Can you give us a little bit more about that?
Yes. So hello, everybody. So what I have done this week, or I think I did it over the weekend, I'm not real sure. I was trying to prepare all of my customers for all the amazing things, you know, that we had released yesterday. But I was just feeling like spammy, but I know you guys will know exactly where I'm coming from whenever you place all of your pre-orders for your customers and something sells out and you have this one customer come and say, oh my gosh, I need this, you know, or they act like they had no idea that it was even coming and you've posted it 20,000 times on your VIP page. So anyway, I decided I was going to create a party group, or just a group. You can make it a party, however you want to do it. And it's just specifically for the limited time offers, because Scentsy is releasing so many amazing things until the end of the year, you know, and probably then some. But I wanted a specific place to add all of my people to just, so that in my mind, it makes it okay to post repeatedly, hey, you know, we're going to get another chance at Sully and Mike, and just let them know what's still available in the Harvest collection and what's still available in the holiday collection. And I also post when something sells out. I also will post the picture of it with sold out across it, real big in red, because I want to also try to create a sense of urgency, you know, to where maybe they understand they need to hurry if there's something they've seen that they want, you know. So, and I've made it clear in there that most of these items are, you know, only available while supplies last. So it's really, I've got like 50 people in it so far, and there's been a lot of interaction in it and a couple of orders. So it's crazy because you just, I don't know, it really kind of surprised me because I have a VIP group with mostly those same people, but maybe they don't see the post as often or something. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. Just a party group for limited time offers only. And it's been pretty awesome so far. So there's an idea.
That is genius, because I did end up selling a couple LTOs that were launching. I just went into my shopping pages and my open parties and I started dropping them in. But I was thinking after the fifth one, I'm like, if I only had one place. Now, some of these have hostesses, so of course I'm going to have all those other places, but I love that idea. Thank you so much for sharing, Kimberly.
You're welcome.
Stephanie, I invited you back tonight to elaborate a little bit more. Last week, I was looking at my notes and I wanted to hear a little bit more about how you're giving, instead of a set of testers, Robin had showed us how we do these felt samples, but you were doing something special. Can you tell us more about that with your hostess?
Yeah, so I know with COVID, I have a lot of basket parties out right now, and rather than passing around the testers, and usually I'll put some sample items that people share or smell together, I thought if people were more concerned about germs, that I could make them individual packs with scents. My original thought was to use the sticker idea, the scent stickers, and then those stinkers sold out in like no time and nobody could get them. So what I did is felt samples again, because I'm in Florida, but I definitely like will pour the wax into a wax mold to save money, like as soon as the weather gets better. But I use, if you guys don't use the Facebook group called All About Samples, they have these really great labels that are very professional. I do spend the extra money on the Scentsy felt samples because I just like the way they look. I think they look, you know, more professional. And then the cool thing about these labels is all of the scents are in there. In that group, All About Samples, but they also leave a place where you can put your own contact information. And then it also has information about our wax and the ingredients in it as well. So it just makes it look really professional. I was putting 5 to 6 of these. And what I do is I get these loot bags from the Dollar Tree. You get 40 for $1, so they're really cost efficient. And I fold up the product sheets. I'll put the samples that I made in the middle of the product sheets with a business card. Sometimes I'll throw cute things like stickers and stuff in them. But I noticed one thing that I was doing this year is I was adding a Ask Me About My Fundraiser sticker. And I've noticed a lot more curiosity around fundraisers, which is something that sometimes we forget. And of course, like a join my team. But this is a way that people can get some smells of the new releases. And basically what I did is I made a ton of these, like over 100 of these. You can make them not too expensive. The product sheets are a great way to do a bunch of these types of things. And I fill my hostess bag, my basket party up, the whole bag with all of these little packets. And I ask the hostess, you know, as she's passing them out, say, oh my gosh, you have to try this one, or this brand new release is my favorite. And it gets people excited about the ones that are in here. I think eventually like stickers would be a good idea because you could have more of them. But I
love this.
Yeah,
I love it because it just gives them something, and instead of, oh, I smell, and they take it. Like they get to keep it.
Yes.
And now, are you collecting their information? Do you have like a to like a little list, like fill this in with who you're giving them to, or?
In the bag, I leave it up to the hostess to sort of do the communication and the follow-up with it. I kind of put the hostess to work, but it would definitely be a great idea to add some sort of, as people take them, reach out. I do put the join my social media, and then as part of the party points, if you add my group or the party group on Facebook or social media, you get party points, which is an incentive for them to follow up on social media, which is a good thing. But my whole thing is pass the bag to the next hostess. So I don't want the bag back until it's empty and I need to refill it. So as an incentive, an extra incentive for the hostess, if they can find someone to take the bag next and start their own party, they get a little extra goodie or reward from me. And then the other thing that I put in them is I make my opportunity packets, and I ask the hostess to find at least one person that they think would be awesome at starting a Scentsy business and to share the opportunity packet with them. What I put in it, a catalog. I have this cute little like now hiring, help wanted sign that I put in it. Same samples and things. I do these really cute like bookmarks in there, stickers. I throw all that stuff, scent circle. And then I also use the Start with Scentsy flyer that you can get. So it has information also for them on hosting if they're interested in hosting their own party. And then I also add my Scentsy story to the opportunity packets. It has pictures from reunions, so it makes it really fun, but it basically tells about my Scentsy journey and why I started and how I got into it. But I ask the hostess if they'll find, I point this out, find somebody to give this to. And sometimes the hostesses will be like, oh, there's a lot of cute stuff in there, and they're interested in getting one too. But that I definitely do collect, like the hostess, who did you give the opportunity packet to as we're closing up the party? Was there anybody that you passed a packet to that really wanted to order that we need to follow up with? So I try to add that follow-up piece. But I was trying to think like, what are some cute, like just take it and use
love
it
this
rather than sharing back and forth and putting our
and you know what,
germs all over
almost,
things. Some people are okay with it.
But no, it's like it's telling us to do something different that I think in the future is going to work better. Because when you give a set of testers to a hostess, they may or may not have time to smell it at the office or in the break room or when they're together, or they smell it and forget about it once they walk away from the testers. You're giving this hostess these fabulous little sample packets that these her guests, right, are her friends take, and they have your marketing now, and they're gonna melt those, and those felt samples have quite a bit of wax. They can drop those in their warmers, enjoy them for that day, and they're gonna remember you because you gave them all that good stuff. I absolutely love this.
And I think too, like, I mean, let's be honest, if somebody gives you this, you're not gonna wait to open it until you get home. You're gonna open it in front of all your friends at work, and you're all gonna smell it. So it almost creates that party, face-to-face party experience too.
I would feel special if you gave me that smelly good package. Yeah. Thank you so much. You had touched on it last week, and I was like, we need to hear more about this, because this is the basket party reinvented with what Robin's doing in the felt samples in the mail, what Stephanie's doing by saying, here's a packet for your coworkers, your friends, your family. I mean, this is genius, you guys. I love doing business differently this year. Amy, you've got some fun things planned that we want to hear about. You've had some success. You and Beth have been working on your boo bags, I hear.
Yes. Jackie, I think, originally posted a bunch of pictures of different boo bags, and I just decided to, I was like, this is something that I'm going to do, because I like to be crafty, although I'm not as crafty as you, but I try. So I enjoy doing it. So I just kind of took her idea that she was posting, and I made my own little bags. And it was just like a last minute decision, and I took pre-orders. So, because I didn't think I would get, maybe a couple here and there. So I took pre-orders, that way I could get everything I needed. Well, I have a lot of stuff in stock already, so that always helps when I decide to do stuff like this. But I decided to I got a lot of my stuff on Amazon.
Cute.
And they had 24 of those little bags. They're 8x8, so they're not huge. I wanted them kind of smaller. That way they look stuffed and full.
Yeah.
So I got them off Amazon. They were like, I think $13, 24 bags. So I couldn't resist. And I stuffed them with like Halloween Oreos that are individually wrapped. I had a couple other like body part candies in there that are really cute. I had some spiders in there. So Scentsy stuff, I did a fragrance flower that pretty much filled up the bag, so it was kind of stuffed. And then I did a room spray because I had a ton in stock, and a scent circle just because I had a ton in stock.
Nice, yeah. And how much did you charge for those?
So I did 20. But because I was able to get a lot of stuff for, either free or I kind of bundled it all together, and I already had so much stock. I did 20 plus, and I charged an additional $5 for shipping if they needed it shipped. And I ended up selling 19 of them.
19 out of your 20. Well, you made your money back. And I absolutely love this idea because you gave them products that are consumable that they might not have bought because they're already buying wax from you, and they're going to need those fragrance flowers again from you. I love this.
Yeah, and I get a lot of people that say they want to try the fragrance flowers, but they never do. And then I have a few that have bought them before, and they absolutely love them. So, and they just continuously buy them. So I figured this is a good way to kind of get it in their hands so they can see what it is.
Awesome. I absolutely love this. And are you selling these boo bags to customers to like send them to another friend or for themselves, or does it matter?
So it doesn't matter. I gave them the option though. I gave them the option because I included a little note, like a thank you note. And then on top of my thank you note, I did, it's like a little ghost, and it said, "You've been booed." So, and I was intentional, and I put my note towards the bottom. So if they wanted to give it to somebody else, all they had to do is just cut off my note, and they would have the "You've been booed" part of it.
Cute. I love it.
Yeah.
And then your information and everything is on there ready for them to gift.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome. I love that, Amy. Thank you for sharing your twist on the boo bags.
Thank you.
Heather, speaking of Halloween, it sounds like you've got some Halloween treats planned.
So I do. So I've done this in the past, and I've done things differently each time. So my very first time that I ever did anything, I had went to like the Dollar Tree and bought the really big long bags that you just kind of stuff in for birthday parties or whatever it is. And I had put candy, I had put samples in, I had put things for the kids, because I'm really big about including stuff for kids who like can't do the candies and everything else. So I got like a stack of pencils, which I still have like tons of them. That's how many I had gotten. But I had put all that together, and then I would hand it out. But this year is a hard year for me because I'm actually working on Halloween. And so I have a customer and one of my fitness clients who's willing to pass them out in her big community where like 400 kids roll through every year.
Oh.
And I had sat with her last year, and I had done like a 3x5 card that had my information on it, and it ended up having the warmer and scent of the month on there, and had all my information, and I had passed that out. But this year she's going to do it for me, so I have something that's quick and easy. So I'm giving her my Jack Skellington warmer to set up in next to the bowl, and then they're not done yet, but they're getting there. So I have just these little Scentsy bags that you would put wax in, and I'm going to put candy in here. And then I have our flyers, one, my card in a different one, or the product list with another one. So you can stick it inside here, you can staple it, however you want to attach it, but it's attached to candy. And it's quick and simple because now the kid's getting something and the parents like, oh, well, what's that with it? And your information's attached to everything that's on there. For this year, I'm not doing samples, and I did that 1 year too, where I put samples in it and I attached it to the card, and I gave the kids the candy and the parents the bag. My suggestion is if you're going to put anything wax related or samples of anything that we have, you must label it, because you don't want them to be put in a bag and then a kid grabs the wax and starts munching on it and it's not wax. Or maybe if you had put a sample of washer whiffs and then the kid thinks that maybe they're nerds. And so we don't want to go down that path.
We don't want that. Now, I will say the wax is non-toxic. It's just not going to taste very good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Lauren just made a comment there. And I think one of the sample groups too have it that you can put it on there. You know, it says cute little things about it being wax and please do not eat. So, but I just thought it was cute and easy that I did the 3 of these, you know, plus it gives you an opportunity doing this to get your stuff, your product list and your cards and everything else into hands of other people that you would not necessarily see. So these are opportunities that you may be getting that maybe you wouldn't have had, because especially in her community, she's going to see this year all sorts of people that I don't typically see on a daily basis.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Heather.
You're welcome.
Jackie, I've heard and seen for my own self that you've got some fancy packaging going on with some boo bags over in Jackie's office. Let me see what's going on.
This office is a hot mess. I'm telling you guys. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even think my head is on straight, but you just keep going, right? You keep plugging away. Ditto on Shelly's comment about going back into your groups and adding your LTOs on. I sold four villain warmers that way. So y'all, it is time consuming, but do it. It's definitely worth it. And you know what? Somebody might not order, but they've seen it. And you know, it's always like, maybe it's not a good time for them yet or now, or what's that saying, but they will. I'm all about the packaging only because it really means a lot to people. I mean, some of my customers say, you know what, I just want to buy Scentsy because I want to get a gift from you because I feel like it's such a big treat. So I'm all about it. I don't spend a lot of money. I'll go to the dollar store. I'll look at, you know, other places and reasonable and shop around. And it's just a little something extra that they're getting, and it just makes it feel special. And they can, and I wrap it and it's done, whether it's for them or they can gift it. It's there. These cute little boxes at Dollar Tree, Blessed and Thankful. Check out the inside of these boxes. I mean, you guys, $1, and it's really cute.
I'll eat those.
I had these little blocks Beyond Blessed, a couple different things. Just gonna pop that in there with a little of that crinkly paper with a room spray, and I'll either pop it in one of those organza bags and then, you know, some ribbon, and it's just a little something extra. They're getting a little extra gift. I have a couple the mini warmers left. I bought these cute bags. It had I don't know, is it too bright?
Yes, I can see it. So
like
cute.
And again, this bag was $1. The pumpkin, and this is my gift. I'll put a little bit of ribbon and a little bit of curly. I'll throw a couple little extra pieces of Halloween candy. But these cute socks, this was at another place like you can get in trouble with, Five Below. Is that what it's called, Lauren, over by you? They had little Jack Skellington socks, and they're so nice. They're so soft. 5 for $5.
Okay,
so,
you're in charge. We need to know what we're giving everybody who bought Mike and Sully from us. You're in charge.
I've been thinking about it. So they get a little extra tote. The kid can use it for trick or treating for Halloween. They, they get a pair of socks. I mean, y'all know how to do this. It's just, I just, get all these little extra goodies. This is a cute little box type wooden thing. I love fall most of all. I paired it with a butter pecan soap. I mean, it's simple. You guys, these are adorable. I just got these, and Amy said something about having a ton of room sprays. I have a ton of room sprays, and I'm trying to do my stock too. So I have car bars. Look at how cute these little burlap bags are. So I'm even like,
Cute.
kids, even like in an order, I'll fill this up with a couple things of candy, and I'll pop this in the customer's order bag too for the kids. But I bought the whole pack. It'll last me probably till next year on Amazon, and it has different little designs, pumpkin spiders, and they're really cute. And the room spray fits in there perfect. So
cute. Well, we're running out of time, so I'm going to wrap up this call for Halloween treats and boo bags. I hope everybody leaves with one idea that they're going to try. I'm going to stop the recording and we'll chat just for a few more minutes so we can see what everybody's going to try. But we will continue this conversation for everybody listening live and recorded over the next 4 or 5 days, probably the next 10 days leading up to Halloween. We will continue our conversation on Halloween treat bags, boo bags, and reinventing our basket parties. Thank you guys.